Okay, Arizona game. Offensively, I thought we did some good things. It was good to see Travis bounce back and have an outstanding game. He was 70% completion, over 300 yards, no interceptions. Did a really nice job with the throw game. John White, another 100-yard game. And so a lot of positives on offense. The big negative on offense was our red zone production. That really was the difference in the game. We're 1 for 4 in the red zone, 1 touchdown and 4 trips, and that's not going to get it done. Had we been more effective in the red zone, probably would have been a different outcome in the ball game, but we weren't. So defensively, we were pretty good against the throw game. I was very pleased with the way the corners played. Their completion percentage was well under 50%, about 160 yards. Where we were very poor is defending the run. That was our big issue on defense. They got a great back. Kadeem Carey is a tremendous player. Excellent scheme, and when you combine that with the threat of the quarterback running the ball, which he did very effectively, he had 70 or 80 yards himself. That led to our issues on defense. So, as it turned out, there were 3 or 4 plays, again, has been so many times in the course of this season that we did not make at critical junctures that the opponents did make, and that turned out to be the difference in the ball game. So, questions?
So what has been your message to the team this week?
Message is that we need to finish on a positive, particularly for the seniors. We wanted to have the seniors go out of their home stadium on a positive note. We didn't get that done, but we got one more opportunity to send them out on a positive note, at the very culmination of the season, and that is the major objective. Also, just playing for your competitive drive and your character and all that type of stuff. I've told this team many times, you shouldn't need a carrot out in front of you to play hard. It should be just because of the respect for the game and the competitive fire that is within. That should be enough.
Coach, with the Pac-12 improving, like you said it has, and looking ahead to next year, what needs to improve the most for you guys to be able to compete for a Pac-12 championship?
I think we need to be more consistent on offense, move the ball better. We're down towards the bottom of the league in too many offensive categories, but we've seen progress throughout the course of the year. I think that we've had some things to overcome this year during the course of the season. No excuses, but I think we've made strides since we've started to settle in with Travis, and the offensive line I thought got better as the year went on. But I just think consistency on offense. Defensively, we got to start taking the ball away again. We've been good at that the last several years. This year we're extremely poor at doing that, and that's such a big part of the game is takeaways and setting up your offense on short fields, and we did not do that at all this year.
Along those lines of how competitive the league is, the 3 coaches in the South that came in this year have really solidified those programs. So how much more challenging does that make it for you?
A lot more challenging, and you're exactly right. The coaches that were added this year came into their respective universities and did a great job with really quite a bit of talent to work with, and that's really the underlying factor, and the reason that you're able to do something like that is because you've got the material to work with, and they all 3 did a great job with that material and improved dramatically.
Coach, has this been your most difficult season as a head coach?
Without a doubt. Most frustrating, most difficult, most trying, all the above. And so it's a challenging profession. There's no doubt about it. And that going in, it's not always going to be just how you like it. And so it'll test you, but we'll be all right. I'm very confident in the long run we're going to be just fine.
You guys talked about depth when you originally moved into the Pac-12. Now, in your second year, how do you feel your depth is in your program?
Making progress, not there yet, but I think we've made big strides. Where we were 2 years ago as a program as opposed to where we are now with the depth, it's night and day, but still not good enough. We need to keep working it and continue. Another thing we need to do is continue to recruit and land the impact-type players. Every team's got 2, 3, 4. Some teams have 5 or 10 impact players, and we're working towards that end. We got a lot of good players in the program, but we need to continue to add to that.
Coach, you mentioned looking ahead, and Travis Wilson is the guy that stepped in, and you've been pleased with him. How much will it help knowing he's the guy from day one next year, and is that the case?
Well, it'll help tremendously. I mean, that's always something that is a vital part of your team is your quarterback situation, and with Travis, I can't tell you we'll have 7, 8 games under his belt by the time next season rolls around, and that experience will be invaluable for us, And we need to establish some continuity at that position. That's been one of our main issues the last couple of years, is the lack of continuity at the quarterback position, and that'll help us if we can establish that.